students. Little video here on registration techniques, things along those lines. I know it's a complex time for everybody with lots of things going on, um, but we do have registration coming up for our graduate students and our undergraduate students. I wanted to show you a couple tricks, a couple things to figure out on your own here. Number one, not everybody knows this, but you can use My Red Dragon and the student panel here, if you see them on the student panel, to look up your time ticket. And again, your time ticket is what time you're registering and what day you're registering. But that is available on My Red Dragon. You don't have to get it from your advisor. And I know with a lot of emails going back and forth, it's just going to make everything easier for people if they understand where to look that up. So if you're on the student tab here, you scroll down to where it says schedules and registration, and you click on registration status, you will be able to look up your time ticket. Now, since I was a student here many years ago, I still have access to that student tab. And if I wanted to go register for fall 2020, I could click there. I can get information about registration. Now you'll see right here that I have not been issued a time ticket for this term, hopefully not, seeing as I haven't been a student for over a decade. But that's where you will see the information in terms of when you can register. So you do not have to reach out to your advisor. They do not have to send you that information. All they really need to do is send you is that PIN number. So hopefully that'll make some of the communication easier. All you really need from your advisor, of course, is your PIN number. Now, if you're a graduate student, you don't need a PIN number. You can register on your own. You should still consult with me before you pick out your courses. But that information, again, is right there on the student tab. Click on registration status. The other thing that everyone should be aware of on the student tab, and I know many of you already are, is the schedule builder option, which is right here. We click on schedule builder. This is a system that the school unveiled, I think it was 2 years ago now, that allows you to kind of build multiple variations of your schedule based on the multiple times when a class is offered. So if I want to build a fall 2020 schedule, I can click that. It's going to default to Cortland campus. And then I can use the multiple options in here to build multiple variations of a course, of a schedule. So if I know I want something in sport management, I choose the sport management. We'll say, I really want to take ethics, or I know I need to take ethics. I can kind of add that to my schedule here. We'll go back out to our schedule, and we'll see that it can generate a couple variations of that schedule with 310 in it. So I can take a look at it here. Oh, there's my schedule. I can build in a break here. So I've automatically built in a break from 8:15 to 11 o'clock. If I'm not a morning person, I don't want anything, I can see there's a variation of the schedule there. Go back out or close that version of it. I can look at the other version, which I believe, yes, is Dr. Darvin's section on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. The nice thing about this is that once you do build a schedule, or you do get a variation that you like, you can click on it and send it to your cart, which just takes it into your My Red Dragon panel where you register. All the CRN numbers are automatically generated, and you can register that way. Now, sometimes this does get a little confusing. There are multiple options. Sometimes Schedule Builder won't always tell you if a course is full, or it won't always tell you if a course is open to non-majors. I'm not sure if they fixed that, but I have heard that complaint from students in the past that either, they'll get a schedule here, it looks really good, they go to register, and then it says, this class that was in your schedule is full, or it's not open to non-majors. So that's just something to be aware of. Hey, how likely are you to recommend Schedule Builder to a friend? I'd say about 9. Yeah, about 9. I'm recommending it to you right now, so I better give it a good score. The other thing that I wanted to make everyone aware of is that they did change the traditional course schedule this semester. Again, not great timing. Of course, that's not on purpose by anyone to kind of update the schedule during a pandemic when no one's on campus and it might be harder to understand it. But that's why I'm doing this tutorial, to show you some of the new options. So, of course, the way we always looked up the course schedule was under the academics tab here, and then course schedule. If you haven't seen this already, it's drastically different. The first thing it prompts you to do is to choose the term. So in this case, I'm going to choose fall. You can look at all those old terms in there. but you can, I'm going to choose fall here. And you're going to notice this looks a lot different right here. But the key thing to keep in mind is that it's really very much the same. You just have to understand that each one of these boxes is an active field, and that when you click in that field, you get options. So when I click in the subject field here, all the majors auto-generate. So if I want to look up classes in communications, I can. If I want to look up classes in business economics, I can. I just got to scroll down and find it. The nice thing about this one is it also allows input. So if I want to go right to sport management, I'm just going to type sport, and then sport management is going to pop up there. Again, just like the old system, if I want to look up a specific class, I can. So if I want to look up ethics again, I can type in 310, hit search, and it's going to show me the two classes right here in sport ethics. I do like this system that it kind of lays out everything for you visually. So it says Tuesday, Thursday, 250, how many seats are left, any attributes of that class. When you click on the class title here, you do get course description, you get information about prerequisites, things along those lines, and of course the CRN number is still right here. If you click on the search again button, it will take you back to the screen we were just at. One of the neat things, one of the ways I always looked at classes is just try and look at everything within the major. You can still do that. So in this case, we're looking at sport management, everything in the major. If we just click search, give it a moment to generate that list. Now, it only shows you 10 classes at a time. There is a quick workaround for that. If we go down to the per page option at the bottom here, we change this to 50, give it a minute or two for the system to update, and we will see 50 classes at a time. I think that's a lot more helpful if you're looking for classes at the last minute, or if you're just looking for something that's, to fill out your schedule, while you're scrambling and other people are registering for classes at the same time. But you can look at 50 classes at a time there. Now, since we have 54 classes offered in the fall, they don't all display on one page. You just have to click the next arrow here to get to the last 4 classes, all of which are graduate classes, including our culminating project class in the internship, or in the graduate program, which includes an internship if you so choose. Now, if we go back to this option here, again, or the search screen here, a lot of the options that were present before in the course lookup are still here. You just have to click on the box to see them. So if you click on the attribute box here, you can look up things by whether or not it's a presentation skills class or whether it's writing intensive. Or probably most importantly for our freshmen, sophomores, and transfer students is you can look up classes whether or not they fulfill a GE. So if I know I need a GE2, I can click GE2, then I can hit search, and it's going to show me all of the classes that meet that requirement of GE2. Now, it takes a second for this to update. It was still showing the sport management classes there. But now I can see all the classes that will fulfill GE2, a lot of biology, chemistry, that kind of thing. Again, since I set this at 50, it's showing me all the classes because there are fewer than, I should say, 50 classes available. Sorry, my phone is going off. Hopefully nothing crazy or drastic is happening in society right now. I feel like every 2 minutes there's more breaking news that is just kind of changing our lives. You can also click on part of term here to look up classes that are quarter classes or second half of the term, things along those lines. You can also click on level here to look at just graduate classes or just undergraduate. So for the graduate students that are in our program, if you're watching this right now, you can click on just graduate there, go back up here, put sport management in again, and you're going to see only the classes that are available in the graduate program. So this is a nice feature that's available. It was there in the old system. It was a little bit harder to get to, but this is a nice way to kind of lay out all the classes that are just in the graduate program for you. So that's a little overview of how this new system works. Hopefully it's not too confusing for people. Again, one of the best ways to get around that is just to use the schedule builder. I know a lot of people still probably use this kind of old system, or maybe you use it to look up classes that you then put into your schedule builder. But that's a way you can get around that. Happy registration, everyone. Good luck out there.